Hey guys, what's up? JK with Porn Reboot here. If there's one thing that will keep a man away from his potential, one thing that will drag him to the depths of depression and regret, it's fear. Courage is the ability to move forward and do that thing, whatever the thing is, in spite of the fear that you're experiencing. And it's a masculine trait which is missing more and more in this day and age, in my opinion. See, as the world becomes smaller thanks to technology, there are more eyes on us, more people to see us fail, more to lose emotionally as people judge us, more absolutely ridiculous standards to measure up to. There are more people to compete with us. And while I'm certain that there are more fears than what I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to be sharing 6 of the most common fears which are faced by men who are seeking freedom from porn addiction. And the first fear is the fear of not measuring up. And this is when you feel that there's a certain standard for recovery. So you hear all this stop fapping and other recovery success stories, and you fear that deep down, you'll never be able to accomplish what others have. After all, you failed so many times. I want you to know that the only standard that matters is the one that you set for yourself, not what someone else sets for you. The second fear is fear of being judged. And this is where you fear that once you step out of the shadows, you'll be judged by other men. You'll be viewed as some sort of pervert, a man with these sick fantasies. You fear the judgment of your wife, you fear the judgment of your girlfriend, you fear the judgment of your family and of other men. The judgment of others is irrelevant. One of the most common traits of my recovered clients is what I call immunity to criticism. So as long as they know that they are fully committed to recovery, they truly don't give a fuck what anyone, including their wives or their kids, think. Listen, their attitude is, yeah, you know what, I'm human. I screwed up. Now watch me beat this. Be an inspirational example to your family, to your kids, and to other men. The third fear is the fear of feeling like a fraud and being discovered. You know, everyone might think you're this upstanding great guy, maybe even a leader or a model family man, business owner, loving husband, doting father, respectable citizen, but you're afraid of being seen as the other you, the man who constantly fantasizes about having sex with his teenage daughter's friends, the man who enjoys watching women being tortured and violently abused in order to orgasm. And you fear that this man is the real you. You're afraid that it's who you've been all along, and that one day that thin veneer of a regular guy is going to be stripped, exposing the ugliness that is your addict. The sort of porn that you watch is between you and your therapist or your coach. Let me let you know this, it's no one else's business. You're not a fraud. You are human as everyone who judges you. One thing I've learned is that those who judge you the harshest tend to be the ones who have the most skeletons in their closet. The next fear is the fear of not knowing how to live in the world without porn or without compulsive masturbation. You've been masturbating for so long that a world without that stimuli is so hard for you to comprehend, especially the younger you are, especially if you don't have access to sex, right? So what would you do? How would you entertain yourself, right? Deal with the feeling that your wife or girlfriend is not enough for you. How would you relax after a stressful day? So the uncertainty of these questions, these fill you with doubt. The prospect of losing this pleasurable escape from reality fills you with fear. Listen, I was a boy. I was a fearful, uncertain teenage boy until I quit porn. I then became a man. When you take on the responsibilities of a man, that question of all the things, what would I do, that becomes irrelevant. The fifth fear is what I call the fear of success. But what if you actually quit? You think of the new man that you would be. You know your career would take off. You know your sex life would improve. You know all those life-changing projects gathering dust would be revived. But you've lived in failure, in isolation, and the comfort of those pixels on a screen for so long that you literally fear the image of your successful self. So like a prisoner who has spent so long in the comfort of prison, guaranteed meals, he's had a time to go to bed, a bed to sleep in, everything's on schedule, no uncertainty. In the same way, the uncertainty of the journey to success is too much for you to bear. You must dare to dream. The sixth fear is the fear of relapse. You see relapse as your enemy. In your mind, relapse means failure, and with failure comes feelings of low self-esteem, low self-worth, guilt, shame, and more. It sucks, I know. But relapse is not the enemy. It's neither positive nor negative. Relapse is just a teacher on your reboot journey. It's almost as if your addiction said, you know what? I know I suck, but I provided a way out. If you'll take it, there's always a way out to everything in life. Everything balances. So to truly reboot, you must master the art of facing your relapse squarely. That's what separates the men who reboot from those who don't. They have become relentless about dissecting their relapses and learning from them. This is something we can help you do. But eventually, they learn that each relapse further along in the reboot process is an opportunity. So if they slip a year in, it's an opportunity. It's not the end of the world. It's a good thing. And then one day, they all come across that final slip, the final relapse that teaches them that last lesson. And then they're free. But you can't learn that lesson if you run from your teacher. You can't go to class and refuse to see the teacher. And those, my brothers, are the six biggest fears. The six biggest fears that are holding you back from your recovery. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Brothers, whenever you're ready, here are a few ways that I can help you end your out of control behavior with porn, sex, and masturbation. The first way is grab a free copy of my book if you haven't. It's called Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men, and it's the roadmap to ending your porn and masturbation addiction. There's a link to it in the description below the video. The second way is to join the Reboot Facebook group. We have a free Facebook group. Join other men who are ending this behavior. You can get an accountability partner there. You can get support. And the third way is to join our group coaching program. So the next season is beginning shortly, and it is the most effective online group coaching program on the internet. It's called the Porn Reboot Intensive. So if you'd like to be a part of the group, just use the link in the description below to schedule a call with one of my team members. And brothers, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. And when you do subscribe, click on the little bell icon so that you get notified when we release a video, which I do 3 times a week. Brothers, have a wonderful day. All the best in your reboots, and I'll see you later in the week.